Now we come to Tuesday's lesson, and the second coming has taken place. The earth has been shaken, mountains have come crashing down, and the islands have sunk into the sea. Added to this, the earth and its atmosphere have been scorched by fire, and planet Earth is dead. Everything is dead with the exception of one lonely figure, the not-so-great dragon of Revelation, who is now chained to planet Earth for 1,000 years. Okay, as the lesson points out, Satan is not literally chained to the planet, but he is imprisoned here. Well, think of it as solitary confinement, where a prisoner is locked away with no one to talk to or interact with. This is exactly what Satan will experience for 1,000 years. No one to tempt, no one to torment, no one to deceive. He is tied to a dead planet by a chain he himself forged through his own rebellion against his maker and his king. It's as if he were thrown into a bottomless pit, which is what the Bible calls the earth during that 1,000-year period. Now, it's interesting to note that that word for bottomless pit in the Greek is the word we would call, used for abyss or a void, which is the same language the Bible used to describe our planet before creation. Before creation, everything was dark and chaotic. In other words, there was a complete and total absence of life. What this tells us is that God isn't going to take Satan and throw him into some deep, dark hole or cavern with a caged door over it. It's not that kind of prison. It's the kind of prison where you cannot escape the consequences of the decisions you have made. And now you have to live with what you've done. And for 1,000 years, that is exactly what Satan will have to endure. For 1,000 years, he has nothing to do but to think about his actions and all of the pain and misery his kingdom and leadership has caused. I can imagine Satan standing on a hill during those 1,000 years, and everywhere he looks, he will be reminded of the truth of these words found in Scripture that will one day apply to him, that the wages paid by sin is death, and that the soul that sins, that soul will die. For 1,000 years, Satan will be reminded that every choice he made has resulted in the death and destruction of billions, and that one day it will result in his own destruction. Not because God wanted it, because Satan himself chose it. Well, that was our nugget for today. Again, please have a look at your lesson. I'll see you tomorrow.